I first met him probably, Becky, about 1998, and it all related to the Bush School of Government and Public Service at Texas A&M. I was serving on the Board of Regents at Texas A&M, and he reached out to me and mentioned that then Governor Bush had indicated to him that we should establish an advisory board for the school.
And what was it like to work with him?
You know, I reflected a little bit about that during these past days, and I recall then Governor Bush, when he was discussing with me about the appointment of being a regent at Texas A&M, I remember he leaned over the desk and he said, "This appointment is really, really important to me." And I thought, well, it's important because of higher education. It's a great institution in Texas. But he said, "You want to know why this is important to me?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "My dad's library is there, and I don't want anything to embarrass him." And I got in my car and I reflected upon that, and I said, here's a man that deeply loves his dad. He deeply loves his dad, and I thought about that on everything, every decision that we participated in during those years to come. President Bush was the most authentic man, I guess, that I've ever met. We talk a lot about his decency, but he also puts you at ease. I can recall being with him. I was most anxious every time I was around him. I wanted to please him, and I worried about making sure that the things that he thought were important at the Bush School, in fact, were executed. But he would, because of his very presence, you would feel like, you know, it's okay. And so I just, I love the guy.
Tom, we've heard a lot of words that his sons have spoken about him, George W. Bush, but also Jeb and Neil over the past week. And what you're saying is a constant theme that we hear not only from them, but also just about anybody who worked for the Bush presidency. Just this inspirational leadership. What is it about him, about his past, about his experience that you think really inspires people to say the things they've said about him?
Well, his history of public service. I mean, I still am in awe of a young man, 18 years old, 19 years old, and did 120 landings on a carrier, shot down. Think about the courage. I think about his intellect. I think about his leadership skills. I think about his people skills. He's just a genuine human being. And he had the genius of being able to express a thought and an ideal without offending anyone. And there was nothing in it that was in his demeanor that was demanding. He didn't require, he didn't say, I want this done. Not once did I hear him say to me, it's important to me that this leadership change or this faculty member happen or this student be admitted to school. He wanted what was best for that institution. He trusted the system. He had all the leadership skills that we know about.
We have made the point that he is the last of the greatest generation in terms of the presidents who have gone. Someone who served in World War II, as you mentioned. What do we need to look to for the future in terms of what characteristics we're looking for in our leaders?
You know, I think duty, honor, sacrifice, selflessness, all those things George Herbert Walker Bush possessed. His life is an example of all that. I've thought about this again over these last few days, and his life will continue to live. He will live in these students that will attend the Bush School, the students that have graduated from the Bush School. He inspires all of us to do what is right for not only our fellow man, but our country. He was inspiring.